In the last video, we looked at how to create a variable and assign a text value. Well, you can also assign a numeric value. So let's do a little project in which we simulate the rolling of a dice. So I'm going to set up a variable and I'm going to make one called die roll. And then I'm going to set the die roll. So on the start, I could set the die roll to a particular number. I could say I always wanted to roll a 6. So I've made that number. And then to display the number, I need to go to show string. But instead of that string hello, I wanted to show whatever the variable is. So on the start, it's going to make die roll 6. It's going to assign the value of 6 to the variable die roll. And then it's going to display that on the chip. So let's test that. We'll run the chip. I'll shake it, and it says 6. I'll shake it again and again and again. It'll always say 6 because that value is being assigned here. Now, I could change the die roll. So, for example, I could say -1. So here it sets it a value, assigns a value of 6. And when I shake it, it's first going to subtract 1, and then it's going to show the new die roll. So we don't know what the value is yet, but it's been set to 6. I then go shake, it subtracts 5, and it shows the new die roll. Now that's all very well, and I quite like the shaking because, when you shake your microbit, it's a bit like rolling a die, rather than, for example, using button A pressed or button B pressed. I think that's a bit more user-friendly, always something to think about. But really what I want to do is, instead of just setting it to a number, I want it to have a random value. So let's just do away with that changing of the die roll. We don't want to change it. What we want to do is make a random value here between 1 and 6. And the computer will choose one by chance. Now, to tell you the truth, I've forgotten which of these menus it's on. But the way around that is simply to click on all of them and see if you can find any mention of random value. Once you know that you can make a random value, you can search for it anywhere on these tabs. It's not there, and obviously maths is, if you think about it, maths might generate a random number. And here you can see you can find square roots, minimum, remainders, all of that kind of mathy stuff. So here it is, pick a random number. So instead of 6, I'm going to make it pick a random number between 1 and 6. And if any of you play D&D or anything like that, you can make D10s, D20s, D8s, whatever it is, simply by selecting those die. So now what's going to happen is it sets it to a random number between 1 and 6, just like when you roll a die. And then when you shake it, it's going to show what that number is. So 2. I shake again. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Why? Why isn't it changing? Because it's assigning a value here, and that value doesn't change at all. So what we really want to do is move it from here and put it on shake. So whenever you shake it, it creates a variable called die roll, and it assigns a random value between 1 and 6, and then it shows what that is. You don't want it to assign a value on the start and then it never changes. You want it to change every time you shake the dice. So let's reset it and see if that works. So we shake a 6, a 4, a 3, a 5, a couple of 5s, a 4, a 3, etc., etc. It seems to work. Always test your program, see if it works once you start running it. Just be aware of your microbit doesn't always show the changes. There might be time lags and things like that. Well, that's a great little program, don't you think? Think of ways you might improve on that. Perhaps instead of having numbers, how about the dot values, like on the dice? And think about how you might do that.